just gotta start my electrical work stream. It's not ready yet. Try again. Takes a little time, I guess, to get started. Let's see. There we go. I hope sound is okay. I have no idea about that. Oh, we're working. Oh, that's what I forgot. I need my chat pop out over here. Oh my god, so much stuff I have to do. Oh my god. There we go, okay. And here. There we go. There we go. There and there. Make that smaller, because I just need it for that stuff. Alright, where did we leave off yesterday? I didn't stream yesterday because it was Take Your Child to Work Day, but I did get a little bit farther in the review module, so that's good. I mean, I've been able to fill in some gaps in my knowledge and my notes from the last time that we, from the first time we went through, which is good. This was kind of like a, I don't want to say accidental forced review, but we won't talk about that. Won't talk about that. So now we're here, 5 of 9, and we're looking at this one, taking averages of numbers. So first I've written a function to find average numbers that takes an argument numbers, yes. And inside that function, we call the built-in sum function with numbers list as a parameter. So total equals sum numbers. Store that result in a variable called total. Yep, sum numbers, total equals sum numbers. Then use float to convert total and store the result in total. So total equals float total. And then maybe we don't want to do all of this at once. Maybe that's why it's yelling at us. Although it's saying the global name numbers. Oh, did I spell one of them wrong? Yes, I did. Oh, damn, I always do this. I'm like, I don't know if the function's right. First, I'll have to check my spelling because I am the worst typer. Numbers, not numbers. Numbers. Okay, now let's run it and see what happens. Oh, it was right the whole time. Oh, that's so frustrating. I'm sitting there going like, I can't get it, I can't get it, and I just typed it wrong. I need like spell check. Coding spell check. Like, hey, you know, you're writing this totally different than you did the last 3 times. Are you sure that's what you want to be saying? And the answer is usually no. That's not what I wanted to be saying. Oh well. On to the next one. Weighted averages, okay. So one way to do that, using the grocery store example from earlier, make a dictionary of cost. And inside the dictionary, the keys are apples and bananas, and the values are lists. So we can call the average function on the dictionary and apples, and the key apples. And multiply that by 0.9. So it will take 3.5, 2.4, 2.3, add them together, and divide by the number, the length of the list, and then multiply that by 0.9. Okay. Okay, and I know I took that note down of the continuation character. This will also give me a hint on where we are in our notes. All the way back there, oh wow. Write a function called getAverage to find getAverage. That takes the student dictionary, like Lloyd, Alice, or Tyler, as input and returns his or her weighted average. Oh, I forgot the colon. I've learned now that if I return the line without putting a colon when it should be, it won't automatically indent, whereas if I remember to put the colon at the end and have good syntax, then it automatically places the cursor where it should be on the next line. So it's like a visual aid to help remind me to put colons at the end when necessary. Okay. Homework stores average of student bracket homework. Yeah. Repeat the step for quizzes and tests. Oh, I forgot all my quotes. There we go. And tests. Average tests. No, average student tests. There we go. Yeah, that looks right. Multiply the three averages by their weights and return the sum of those three. Now we're going to take are we going to call it like total, which is or yeah, maybe total equals 0.1 times homework. Ooh, I spelled that wrong. That would be bad later. Plus 0.3 times quizzes. Too many Z's. Plus 0.6 times tests. I wonder if this is right. Just have to wait and see. Oh, I got a stray hair. There we go. Should we give it a try? No. Return to none instead of 91.15. Okay, why did it return none? Let's see. Homework is the average of student homework. Homework, quizzes, tests. I mean, I should be able to use the variables I'm defining in here. That shouldn't be part of the problem. Maybe it's like that. Yeah, that's what was wrong. Instead of defining another variable and storing it, I needed to return the result. Yes, next. Get a letter grade. I remember doing this one. Define a new function. I'm so good at defining functions. I've done it so many times now. I know how to do that like that. That takes score and expect score to be a number. Okay. Inside your function, test score using a chain if elif else statements like so. So if score greater than equal to 90, return A. ELIF score greater than equal to, what is it now, 80? 80, return B. ELIF score greater than or equal to 70, return C. ELIF score greater than or equal to 60, return D. Else return F. Print the resulting letter grade with print score. It might be out like that. Let's see. Print, wait. Call the letter grade function and pass in get average Lloyd. So is that what I can do? Just print letter grade Lloyd? I don't think that's, oh, it was. I did it right the first time through. Hooray. Hooray. I did it. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to define a function, get class average, that has one argument, class list. You can expect class list to be a list containing your 3 students. Okay. First, make an empty list called results. An empty list. So we're going to results dot append so I need results, right? Dot append, and what are we doing the results on? Average, and I think student will be like this too. And then we're going to do the average of results. Return average. Oh, close, close, close. I mean, they're saying class list is a list containing a 3 students, so instead of saying student, can I say class list? What? Oh, so close. List indices must be integers, not strings. So I think student was better. I've spelt it right. Kind of close here, but oh, maybe instead of parentheses, this be brackets? Like brackets? Let's try. I don't know because it's shown as parentheses here too. For each student item in the class list. Ah, I missed that. For student. Haha. In class list. What do we do for student in class list? We do this. Yes! Oh, I got it! Yeah!
High five.
Alright, I totally did that. Next. Create a list called students and fill it with 3 students, Alice, Lloyd, and Tyler. Where should I do that? Does it matter? Okay. Yep, find the average grade of the class. Thought we did that already. Numerical grade to the terminal, okay. Would it be here? Print. Print class average students. $53. Name class average is not defined. Oh, get class average, not just class average, get class average. Yeah, finally determine the letter grade for the class's average and print it to the terminal, and I already did that from the last one. All right, up next, lists and functions. Okay, we're just going over what we're just reviewing what we were doing before with lists and functions. So let's make sure that we have all of these notes as we're going through. Use this as an opportunity to make sure we're ready to move forward. 3 multiply the second element of the n list by 5. Overwrite the second element with that result. Print the list when you're done. So on line 3 multiply the second element. Second element in the list would be 1 times 5, right? Then n dot append product. No, that just appends it to the list. Oh, that's what we're going to do. We'll say n1, because that will replace it. Yes! All right, append the number 4 to the end of the list. N dot append, oh my god, my spelling is atrocious. 4. Oops. Not 40. 4. 4. Next. Removing elements from lists. Oh, I know I wrote this down. Here they are. Getting close. This is my last section of notes before we did the restart. Fantastic, fantastic restart. For a list called N, pop index, remove the item at index from list and return it to you. Removes index identified from list and returns it. Okay. All right, let's see what we can do here. Remove the first item from the list N using either .pop, .remove, or delete. And .remove. Oh, I'm in all caps. No. What are we removing? First item from the list. Oh, I used the wrong thing. I need brackets, not parentheses. There we go. Fine. I did it that way. Remove removes the actual item, so I needed to put number 1 there. And pop removes the item at the index. So this is pop is index, remove this item, and delete is index. Okay. Okay. Next. Change the function so the given argument is multiplied by 3 and return. Define add function that has 2 parameters, x, comma, y. Adds them together. Why is it still printing none? Oh, I didn't return the result. There we go. Okay. So you have to return before you can print. Otherwise it won't have anything to print. Define string underscore function that takes string argument s and then returns that argument concatenated with the word world. don't think that's quite right. How do we concatenate again? I love that word. It's one of my favorite words. Concatenation. Concatenate. I'm not finding it, but I know it's in here. Do we do the %D? Can we do that? And percent is string function s. No, maybe it's just s. Ah! Line 6, line 4. Uh-oh. It's not happy. String function s. Return that argument concatenated with the word world. Ah. str, right? Let's try that. Find string function S. Ah. There we go. No. It doesn't go here. I'm staring at that word too much. It doesn't even look real anymore. That's really how we spell world. It doesn't look great. All right, I've got this down. Define string function S. And it's going to return I mean, I want to turn it into a string. Or do I just concatenate the function? Should I try it down here? I have the plus, I have no space after that. I don't think I have to turn it into a string. Let's see. Let's try again. Line foreign string function. Okay, we obviously missed something in here. Turn off the solution. Ah, so I don't need to return the whole thing. I just needed to return that. So I was making it more complicated than it had to be, as usual. Like, that's a typical thing. So it should have been return S, whatever the S is there. I was close. I was close. Let's keep going. I don't think close enough really works in coding, but we'll leave that one alone for now. Okay, so you can use a list inside of a function. It should print 357. Yep, next. Using an element from a list. Okay. Okay. So change line 2 so that list function returns only the item stored in index 1 of X rather than the entire list. Return X. Store the result back to index 1, so we would go X1. Right, X at index 1 equals, oops, equals right, return C. Yes. Next. Define list extender, one parameter, LST. I remember this one last time was screwed up because I thought it was first, like one ST. And the solution to that is just do something like this, copy and then paste it in here. And then you know you're getting exactly what they want to see to say, yes, you got it. So, all right. So we've defined our list extender LST inside the function. Ooh, we forgot our colon. Inside the function, append the number 9 to LST. So we're going to say LST dot append. No. Maybe 9. Return list. Yeah. All right. Printing out a list item by item function. inside that function, print out each element one by one for I in range 0 through the length of n, print ni. There we go. What's next? Modifying each element list in a function. Define double list. Takes a single argument x, multiplies each element by 2, and returns that list. Weird. Then we're going to turn x, right? That will return the whole list. Let's run. Is it like that? Yes. Syntax will get you every time. Do you have enough spaces? Do you have the colons at the end? Which lines need colons at the end? Are you using parentheses or brackets or braces? Curly brackets, right? Oh no. Okay. Range stop, range start, stop, range start, stop, step. Okay. 0, 1, and 2. Range 3, right? And that will give us 0, 1, 2, and it doesn't give us the one at the end, right? no, it would do that. It does as many as it would count. So 0, 1, 2, so 3, I think, right? And it starts at, yeah. Okay. Yes. I know I have this one written down, iterating through a list. Method 1, you cannot modify, right? Yeah, okay. I wrote that down too. Create a function that returns the sum of a list of numbers. On line 3, define a function called total that accepts one argument numbers. It will be a list. Inside the function, create a variable called results and set it to 0. For I in range len numbers my key keeps falling off. No! Glue it on there. Never take that key off again. For each number, add it to result. So result plus equals I. Result. Maybe it's for I within the range of numbers, take the result and add I to it. I think that's it. Plus equals I. And then return result. Okay, 3, 5, and 7 should return let's see. That's right. Set it result equal to 0, that's right. For number in numbers, maybe? For number in numbers. Result equals plus equals number, right? Let's see. No, still a problem. need to print, right? For number in numbers, print number. Maybe the result needs to go down here. Nope. Okay. For number in numbers, set the result equal to 0. And then we can just say the result is equal to the sum of the numbers and return result. Okay, it worked. Create a function that concatenates strings. Iterating over lists. Okay, that's what we're doing. Create a function that concatenates strings. Define join strings. Oops, that accepts words. Okay. Inside the function, create a variable called result. Set it to an empty string. Oops, I forgot the equal sign. Oops. Okay. Iterate through the words list and append each word to result. Don't add spaces between the joined strings. Okay. For character in word. Is that right? Words? Results dot append character. Return result. Okay, line 9, line 6. For character in list, print character. Result plus equals character. Yes! Nice. Next. Using two lists as two arguments in a function. Create a function that joins two lists together. On line 5. Define a function called join lists. It has two arguments, x and y. Inside the function, return the result. I'm concatenating x. Return x plus y. Using a list of lists in a function. iterate through the numbers as item and print them out. Alright. Create a function called flatten. Takes a single list. And concatenates all the sublists that are part of it into a single list. For num in lists, and then the next one is for num in lst, print num. Call a looping variable numbers. Oh, okay. Iterate through lists for numbers and we're gonna append the results. For numbers in lists, going to, and then we're gonna print results. Return results. I needed the second list, results dot. There we go. There's what it is. There we go. Bam. No. Then it only returns for number and numbers. Print num and then append num? No. For numbers and lists? Is it for item and list? For item and list? For numbers and items? Append with numbers. Ah. There we go. Oh, is it supposed to be results? Yes, I have to add the S. Results. Yes, that's not a very good hint. Thanks for that. How's the Python learning going? It's going okay. It's going okay. This is technically supposed to be a review and I'm getting stuck, so that's not good. But it also means that I need to do it, so there we go. It is what it is. I'm close here to this one. And how are you doing, Tifrem? Tifrem? Yeah? On this very fine Friday. I mean, I think it needs to be numbers because that's the looping variable, which means it goes here and there. I think it's numbers. Switch this around and make this item and this one numbers. I know I'm close here. Results append numbers. Okay, we got further. Almost. Nope, that's outside the function. Okay, this does the second one. For numbers in lists, return results. This does 1, 2, 3. It's not going all the way through. Do I put it even further? Let's see what I get. No. I think my indentation's wrong. I constantly struggle with syntax, so like knowing how many spaces for each line to put it in, and also remembering which line gets colons or not, and then do you use parentheses, do you use brackets, do you use curly brackets. That's the stuff I struggle with right now. So that's how that's going. And right now I'm struggling here. Here's the hint that they gave. So because it's a list within a list, you have to call them inside, right? And here's how you do it. So for this in whatever list, which is lists for us, for numbers in lists, and then for items in numbers. Then we start with an empty list of results, and we want to append each of these numbers into there. Maybe I'm missing like the storage of the actual number, so return the number. Maybe we put return the number here. Let's try this. No, 13 and 7, so it's not happy with 7. Ah, numbers. It's not happy with 7 because I didn't have the right typing. Oh yeah, my spelling skills are atrocious. Well, just with typing. It's not spelling, it's just typing. I'll forget stuff and then can't figure out why it won't run. 7 and 13. close. No. Nope. Nope. Outside the function. It should be just in the function, but I understand it probably needs to be a little bit further in because we want it to run for both of them. So we want it to run for the first for list and the second for list. Maybe this is supposed to be append items. Item. Return item. No. Return numbers. Oh, I spelled it wrong up here. Numbers. Classic numbers. And append numbers. Return results. No. And that is a shit hint, by the way. For instance, it should turn this into that. Yeah, okay, thanks. Oh, maybe. I wonder if it's like, if there's any concatenating that would work, but I don't know. Nope. I know we can do this. We have the skills for this. We can do it. Let's see, where are we at here? I feel like we're so close, and I know like it's telling me look at the solution, but I'm like, man, I feel like we're so close. We have the list set. Iterate through the lists, calling the looping variable numbers. We have flattened lists, yes, for lists inside the lists. Then 4 numbers inside each list. Maybe we put this one outside. Because I don't feel like it's... Print numbers. Nope. Because it's still just doing one of each. 4 numbers in list. 4 in numbers. I don't know if my empty list should be higher up. Return from. Nope. I think this needs to be outside. That's part of the problem. And then take these out and we'll just try to do this. Still just getting 1. 1, 2, 3. So when I do it here, it gives me more of them. Let's see if we can get even more. All of them. Oh, I finally did it! Yes! That's how Python learning's going. That's how it's happening. Yeah. We did it. And I didn't even have to look at the solution. Yes. I knew. Just keep trying. Keep trying. Get there. Move things around. Oh, Battleship. This one was fun. It took a while, though. Maybe this will go a little bit faster this time. Run next. Board. And set it equal to an empty list. List is that. Run next. 5 by 5 grid of all O's for ocean. So we're going to do 4. Because I know we want to print range. Let's range 5. That's, yeah. Inside the loop. Append the list. No, we'd want to print board, not that. I don't think that's quite right. So row equals append row. No, line 2 it's not happy. Nope, it's still not happy there. I'm really close, let's see. 4. Oh, so instead of if, I need 4. For range 0, comma 5. That's invalid syntax. Let's look here. For row in that range, let's see. Yes, yes. Getting it. Getting it. Next. I already had it on there, so that one's done too. We want it to, okay, we want to delete our current print statement because it doesn't look like a board. We want function, define a function. Print board, single argument board in. Inside the function, write a for loop to iterate through each row in board and print it to screen. For row in board. Print board. No, I'm still doing too much. For print row instead of board. Yes. Print quotes dot join row. Yeah. You can also print the board now. Interesting. It's not, it didn't really print it though. Maybe it's, I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that. Ship row and ship column. From random import random integer. Okay. Define random row. Which takes, let's see, that each take board in as input. These functions should return a random row index and a random column index from your board respectively. Use return random integer 0, comma, length, board in -1. Board in again, colon, and then it returns a random integer 0, length, board in -1. So find a random row on board N, and it returns a random integer on that range, and same for the column. Okay, now what's next? Call each function on board. What does that mean? You know Python to from? If you do, and you wouldn't mind helping, I'd be happy for it. Be happy for some help. For sure. I feel like I'm close. So maybe up here, we're close. We want to say random, no, we say, what do we want to say? Column, row? Equals that. Then we return random row. equals that, and then we return random column. And then the other thing I didn't do was call each function on board. Maybe that's going to do it. No. Line 20 and line 17. Board in is not defined. Where is... Oh, here we go. It's not happy with how I did it, but I am getting results. Did you create a function called random column? Yes. I did that. Maybe instead of board in, it's just board. There we go. Next. Solid coordinates for the ship and the variable ship row and ship column. Okay. So what I did worked, but it wasn't ideal because it should have just been define random row, board, then return. And then we say the ship's row and ship column is equal to the function here. Random row, board, random column, board. Okay. Define guess row and set it equal to it's just a variable, not a function. Guess row equals integer raw input. Oops. Guess row guess. Oops, too many S's. Column equals integer raw input guess column 2 3. Nice. One second. Okay, let's see here. Before the lines prompting the user for input, print the value of ship row and ship column. Print ship row, print ship column. Okay, now we know the actual location. So we're basically building a super simplified battleship, like a hide and seek thing. Okay, for guess to be right. So if guess column, right, equals ship column, and guess row equals ship row. Print congratulations, you sank my battleship. If and oh, it needs to be the double equals. There we go. Yes, guess row. Yes. Why is it giving me... Congratulations, you sank my battleship. Let me just do this. There we go. Apparently was unhappy about something. It's happy now. Next. Add an else statement. ELIF. Or is it else? Print that. Print board. So then it would be else ship guess row I need to append the board with an X at the ship guess, at the guess row, right? So board dot append ship, no, guess row So do we set the guess row equal to X? No. Because that's X isn't the row. We set the for board append X. But we need to write the guess thing, I guess. Or do we say is guess row, guess column, set the list element at guess row, guess column to X? Current board, right? We're close. Line 31, else. And it's printing X, but it's but it's not an append, it's a replace. So we say guess row board guess row equals X. Board guess column equals X. 32. No. So let's just say guess row I know that's not quite right. What I want to be doing is appending the board with these. Board feels like board dot, but it's not append, it's a replace. So which was the list name, which is board at guess row No, now it's just appending to at the end. Let me get a hint. Board, guess row, guess column. Right? So this hint is really helping me that they should be on the same line in a two-dimensional list. So you give board, guess row, guess column, where I is an index on the outer list and J is an index on the inner list. Okay. Yes! Yes! Okay. Okay, so we also have to work on if they try to enter a guess that's off the board or something they've already guessed, and also we already have the miss. So we need to add these tests inside our else condition. If guess row greater than range 5. And guess, ooh, this needs to be like this. And it should be if guess row is range 5 is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, that's right. This is definitely challenging. If guess row is greater than range 5 and guess column should be or guess column greater than range 5. Print, oops, that's not even in the ocean. What else? It's indented. Oh, I need the colon at the end here. And then I need to add another else statement here. Else. List assignment index out of range. Guess row is greater than range 5. Or guess column is greater than range 5. $35. Let's get a hint. Ah, not in range. Would that be the exclamation point equals guess row? Range of 0 to rows -1, 0 to column let's see. 32. Still not happy. If guess row is greater than the range, we could put not in. No, it's still not happy with only 32. Zero to rows minus 1. So instead of, I don't want this. How about I want, oh. Rows isn't defined. Okay, so it's row minus 1. It's 5 rows, so 4, because it'd be 0, 1, 2, 3. No, it's got to be 5. Okay, it worked. I just needed to get the range right. Okay, next. Player guesses a location that was already guessed. How will we know that location was previously guessed? Print board guess row, guess column, we'll print an X if it's already guessed or no otherwise. Add an ELIF to see and hear. ELIF. Board guess row, guess column equals X. Oops, I need a colon at the end. Print. You guessed that one already. Oh, double equals. There we go. Okay. Fully functional for one guess. But I can't test the ELIF because that requires 2 guesses. It's fine. All right, I'm gonna take a quick bio break, get some more coffee and a snack, and I will be right back. back, I will put on the cam in just a minute. Is that right? Let's wait for the delay. There we go. Okay, good. It's a few second delay on my other streaming platform. Okay, now we're gonna do the turns.
Now Chris is text bombing Chelsea's phone.
Let it restart the server. All right. Okay. Back from my brief lunch. There we go. Since I ate. Let's see here. Want to make it outside everything else. The guessing and checking part of the games. So here. 4. For turn. Less than 4 turns. So the first turn it adds 1 to it. That should work. For turn less than 4. And turn starts at 0. Print. Turn. Comma. Turn. Plus 1. Indent everything that should be repeated. And we print turn plus 1 down here. Line 4. In range for turn, in range for close, close, close. So close. Uh-oh.
I think I want turn to start at 1 though. It's really not happy. Let me look at my notes on for loops. Turn equals 0, I guess. Right, turn starts at 0, and then turn plus equals 1. Right? Because that would make the first turn 1. Maybe. But it's really not happy here. I don't know what it's doing. Wow, what song is this? I have no idea. That's the one downside to listening to like just long mixes on YouTube. I'm gonna take all of this and put it on the notepad.
What you call love was invented by guys like me.
Is that right?
Are you sure about it? I'm living like there's no tomorrow. Because there isn't one.
I think I realized it until this moment.
Okay. It was processing it, but I guess it turned out right. I did it correctly because it had me hit next, and on the next one, it's correct. And it was everything that I'd put in. Turn equals 0, turn plus equals 1 for turn in range 4. Yeah, so I did it right. It was just messing up. Yes, I'm still here. Stop. I wasn't the one slowing things down. Codecademy. Code. Wasn't me.
But it must be hard.
It was your own self. Don't be asking me if I'm still here.
You're born alone and you die alone, and this world just drops a bunch of rules on top of you to make you forget those facts, but I never forget it. Love was invented by guys like me.
That's Sounds like Don Draper from Mad Men. Add an if statement that checks to see if the user is out of gases. Put it under the else that accounts for misses. Put it after the if ELIF else statement. If ELIF else. Put it under the else, so it needs to be there. If turn equals double equals 3, print game over. Line 30. Invalid literal for integer with base 10 run. What does that even mean? Oh, but it doesn't need to be if out here. It's saying it needs to be under the else statement. Under the else that accounts for misses. And we need to do it. I think we would need to do it at the front, but it's saying after all of this. And we want to print game over regardless of the reason. Okay, so we need to check. This one should be in 2, right? But I feel like the check should come sooner because if it checks at the end if the turn is 3, I don't know. Maybe it is. I mean, it says hit next. See? If turn equals 3, print game over, and we put it in there. Yes, so we did exactly right. This web page is getting a little funky. Add a break under the win condition to end the loop after a win. That's right. Okay. Break. I know this is right. Will it just let me go next? This is the annoying. This is the annoying part because I think I'm right, but then it's not actually processing it. Let's see what the hint says. Should go inside your outer if statement. Yep. Right after your congratulations message. Yep. It's just going and going and going. This does not bode well for us finishing this today, even though I really want to. It's already a little bit after 2. Come on. There we go. Ooh, it's not adding, it's just saying turn 2, turn 2, turn 2, turn 2. Maybe. And what break do I want to check? 1, 1. That's what I want to check. Oh no! Refresh the page again.
Leave the app, not your music. Listen anywhere, anytime. Listen to it all.
It's even there still. Nice.
All your music, no interruptions. YouTube Red. Start your free trial.
Okay. It's not counting properly, but this is literally the code they put in here. Let me try plus turn here. See if that does it. No, it's not. It's still going. Oh well. Next. Fix that another time.
It reminded me of my dog, Cal. She died when I was 8.
Yes, it was 1 plus turn. I was right again. Next. It's still throwing errors and stuff. It makes no sense. Line 30. Guess row.
Copy paste it into like a Google Doc or something. I want to run it on my side.
Well, here's the thing, Mario.
Mm-hmm.
This is the code that they gave me to say just press run and play the game.
Right.
And I didn't press 1. I was just looking at some stuff and it spit this out at me already.
Yeah, this web browser's the browser is screwing up. I'm willing to bet. I'd always double check with
There we go. Okay. It's still giving me turn 2s. It's funny. There we go. And this is all the extra credit stuff that we will have to come back to later and try. So let me see what session this is. Battleship 19. We'll put it here. Actually, we'll put it here.
got the message doing it now, right?
Hold on a second. That's nice. Yeah, I forgot I was on here. I'm gonna call it here. Hope everybody has a great Friday. Of course. Perfect way to end it. Like classic,
We're gonna
totally
see.
on brand, awkward ridiculousness. Yeah. So everybody keep it real.